One thing is that when we reach out to clients, a lot of times they say, yeah, that's all fine. However, how much is it going to cost me? Or how much is it? It's very important for a lot of companies to know in terms of the budget, how much they are going to get on that budget. And we sort of lined up a little bit of a formula of how it's possible, because every business is different, but how you can sort of calculate and which terms you need to think about in order to calculate the cost of acquisition. And the formula is actually this one. So basically, how much it costs to sell and cost of the marketing divided by how many new customers you get in. It is a bit difficult to do in the beginning. If you can sort of, if you've been going for X amount of months or a year or so, you can look back and see, okay, how much we actually spent during this. Again, sorry for the background.
Yeah, forget about it.
But yeah, it's difficult to put everything into one box because every company is different, have different budgets. But this is the formula that you can use and put in your own numbers and see what the end result is.
Yeah, it's very useful to have a customer acquisition cost because then you know, just on average most of the time, how much you should be spending in order to gain a customer. Because then you can go, okay, when you go back to that marketing plan and you're readjusting it every year, you can go, okay, maybe I should, maybe I'm thinking of doing an experiential campaign and I'm going to start doing, going to universities because my customers are students, and I'm going to stand there and I'm going to give out stuff and let them try out my product. If you do that and you realize, it's costing you £100 to bring on a customer, if you have a customer acquisition cost, you'll know before that because you can already do those calculations and estimate whether or not that kind of particular thing of going to the universities was cost effective in the first place without wasting the money and time by going there and just testing it. So it's a good way to kind of like estimate and test before actually even doing any marketing stuff. Also, don't forget to include discounts in your marketing and acquisition costs. A lot of people forget this. If you're doing a 20% discount, that is a marketing cost. So therefore, you need to calculate how much you've lost from that 20% and keep that into your marketing costs. So when you're working out your acquisition costs, make sure to put those discounts and how much they would have originally paid without that discount into consideration.